Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Coach's Corner number 3. This is a Get Up and Play broadcasting production, and guess what? We're live at Zeke's Pizza. We're going to do this periodically. Zeke's Pizza is one of our best sponsors. We got to just give it up for Zeke's Pizza. I did not know, my mistake, that they have 2 locations in the beautiful town of Bellingham, and they do. They've got one right here on Meridian and one further downtown Bellingham. We got a great show tonight. We are going to do a lot of fabulous things. I need to start by thanking our sponsors, Zeke's Pizza, Mission Motors. We're going to give away a car on Halloween. Mission Motors is our sponsor, giving away a car. Yes, I said a car at Halloween. How do you do that? You put your bottom in a seat at a Bellingham Bayhawk football game, just like folks did on Friday night, and you get a chance to get out on the field, run a little contest, and enter to win a chance for a new car. Also, Bell Bridal, JB Formal Wear, of course, our guys at Pacific Rim Orthopedic, the Van Hoff Wagons, we appreciate you, brother. Lewis Auto Glass, Mount Vernon, Linden, and Bellingham. They're great sponsors of ours as well. We really appreciate it. Again, Uncle Mike here, live at Zeke's Pizza in beautiful Bellingham. I'll be right back. Welcome back to the Coach's Corner, live at Zeke's Pizza in Bellingham. I have got a major Bayhawk, not just a little Bayhawk with me. I got the major Bayhawk. Owen Handstead has been a varsity Bayhawk for 4 years. It's amazing to me to think that the guy, when he was a freshman, was one of Adam Leonard's very first guys he bumped up to the varsity. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome. I appreciate you being here today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Tell me how you're feeling, man. Big ball game last night or Friday night.
Yeah, I'm feeling great. After the game, wasn't too sore. Woke up this morning and I was like, not feeling it as much as I thought I would for playing the whole game. But, feeling good today, yeah.
You put in a lot of minutes on Friday night. What a victory. I mean, it's got to be one of the best ones that the Bellingham football program has had in a lot of years, 2-0.
Yeah.
I mean, it got as many wins already as we had the entire season last year.
Yeah, feels good.
Yeah, you were hitting like nobody's business. If you haven't seen the game, you can go and you can pick it up on a couple different streaming networks. But Owen was just absolutely hammering people on Friday night. Tell me some of the things you were thinking about.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Wasn't thinking about much. When you get your head in that game mindset, you don't really think too much. It's just, it all comes to you. It's all muscle memory. That's why you practice 4 days a week, all through summer, all through spring, 5 days a week. It all comes to you. There's not really thoughts. And I guess the only thing I was thinking about was just play for the team, just next man up if someone goes down and, play for your family and just hold each other accountable, do your job.
I've watched this team go the way you go. If you are working hard and playing hard, what are they doing?
They're working hard and playing hard.
They are. They're working hard and playing hard.
Yeah.
And I have seen that this season, how you have just really lit that part of your entire persona up. I mean, you're positive, you're working hard. I watched you work hard in the summertime. I watched you really put together a good team effort with Ben and with Joe and with Calvin Van Hoffwagen and get Milo Wright and just those guys that are kind of key guys.
Yeah.
A lot of seniors on the team, a lot of opportunity for you to leave your mark.
Yeah.
Tell me what you want to do. What do you guys want to do?
I think as a team, we just want to showcase who we are as Bayhawks. I think the past couple of years, people have just been downplaying us as a team. And with Adam coming in, we had a whole new structure. We had whole new players, whole new set. And kids 4 years ago weren't used to that. They switched coaches every other year. And, so we couldn't leave our mark before, but now we have the opportunity these past 4 years to slowly set who we are as Bayhawks, who we are as a team, and, set that up for the up-and-coming freshman, sophomore, everyone up in, the lower classes that are on JV, working their butts off and, just setting that tone for the years to come. And for this year, I think our goal is just to go as far as this team is capable of, which it's capable of going as far as we worked for, you know?
I've really seen things change. Have you?
Yeah, 100%. I think people have put in more work. They see the team coming together more than they have before. And they want to put 110% effort every week to see that W up on the field, to feel what it's like to have a revenge game against Lakewood winning 42-0. I think.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I mean, what difference does a year make, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think just the team is coming together as perfect as we could imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, week to week, we all just go into it knowing that we want the W at the end of the day, and we want to play competitive, and we want to fight. We want to leave our mark on every other team, to know not to sleep on us, not to look over us, because we're a competitive team. We're there with every single person in our conference, and we will be.
And right now, I've seen our JV program, our underclassmen guys, they are so pumped up. We got 20 seniors. They're looking at, hey, we're going to work our tails off now because we're going to have some shoes to fill.
Yeah.
And they're killing it right now. I mean,
Yeah.
they beat Lakewood the night before by a ton too.
36-0, yeah.
36-0.
So, yeah, I think with our underclassmen, our JV team, they're really watching us as a varsity light that fire, and it's lighting the fire underneath them as well. And they want to work their butts off to fill the spots of our seniors that are leaving, and to keep the Bayhawk pride up and keep going forward. You know, I think last year was a transition year. The year before was a transition year, and this year is truly showing what having a set program looks like for us.
How do you like the new offense?
I love it. I love what Coach Nixon has brought for us. I love the different formations we have, the different opportunities and options we have to go to. It brings a whole new style to our game, and I love it. Because we're hard-mouthed players, and we can go knock someone. And that's exactly what this offense lets us do.
And it's not just you this year.
No.
I mean, you got Steele, you got Ryland, the freshman.
Yeah.
I mean, you got guys that are out there knocking heads.
Yeah, we got everybody. Everyone on our team is not scared to knock heads, and that's what I love about it. Is
Me
there's
too.
not one player that I look at and go, "You aren't ready to be on this field," because everyone is.
I really feel attitudes have changed.
Yeah,
Yeah?
100%.
Yeah. I mean, I do too. I love your haircut.
Thank you.
I mean, and you know I love you. You're just one of my favorite guys. You are a captain, and it doesn't, young people out there that say I can't play because I'm not big enough. This guy right here proves that dynamite comes in a small package, because he'll let you on fire. All right, when he gets an opportunity. Owen, thanks so much. Good luck this weekend against
appreciate
Anacortes.
Thank
We're going to
you.
be there to cheer you on.
Heck yeah.
And I've already picked you in front of the broadcasters and everybody else.
do it.
Upset time, baby.
Let's
Let's
do it.
go. Let's
Upset
be
time.
David instead of Goliath.
Go Bayhawks.
Go Bayhawks. I'll be right back. Welcome back to the Coach's Corner live at Zeke's Pizza right here in Bellingham on Meridian Street. A great place to have yourself Sunday night football and a pizza and a brew. They got themselves a brewery here, and we are here doing our show live, the Coach's Corner number 3. And my guest is Joe Harward. It's not like we don't talk enough football at the house. We're going to talk a little football right here. How are you, Joe?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Tell me, let's just cut to the chase. You've had a great game against Linwood. One of the best plays I've seen a high school guy make. I had people that would call me and say, I think Joe was playing against like the 8th grade middle school kids from Fairhaven or something. As many guys as you ran over. How many guys you run over that night?
Eight or nine.
8 or 9, yeah. And made it into the end zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was there a reason for the ending on that touchdown run? Just kind of.
Yeah, always got to put a little, sprinkles on top of the ice cream, little extra.
Yeah, Coach Horseman used to always tell Jesse when they would go out and play, you got to give them the show. Were you giving the show?
Yeah, you got to give them the show. Got to give the people what they want.
Yeah.
Got to give the people what they want.
And you're pretty good at doing that, aren't you?
Always.
Ever since he was little. All right, so come back to Friday night. Friday night against a team that just absolutely annihilated you the year before. Not only did they annihilate you, they embarrassed you. You had players that had broken fingers. They didn't care. They slap danced people. Tell me the mindset before going into that ball game.
Own these guys. I mean, it starts up front with the big dogs, and that's what we were just preaching all week. Just it starts up front really, and then we'll go along with it and just set the tone early, which I think we did really well, scoring on the first drive and then having a pick six. I mean, can't have a better start than that. So yeah, we just did what we needed to do and got the job done, which, I mean, no complaints on our side, but they're all butthurt, so we were happy.
I guess that's called the turn of the tide, right? I mean, it's showing a Bayhawk team that is on the uprise, 2-0, have never been 2-0 for at least a decade. I mean, is it just feeling great? I mean,
Yeah, it feels great.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, nothing like going out there on a Friday night winning. It's amazing.
How about the attitude change that your team has made?
Yeah, no, the attitude change is absolutely amazing. Give it all to Coach Nixon. I mean, without him, we wouldn't be in the situation we're in right now with the 2 dubs. So big shout out to him. So he's done an amazing job just changing the culture day by day, minute by minute, really. So nothing's the same. So it's for the better.
Culture is a big thing, right? I mean, the old Raider days, you've heard about it for a lot of years living with me.
Yep.
We weren't a dominant team, but we were a family, and we definitely had a culture of that winning program. It went away for the Bellingham program. Do you feel that you guys are bringing that back?
Yeah, no, it feels, I mean, this season we're 2 games into it, and it feels like nothing like it has in the past. I mean, it's great. We feel like a family. I mean, we're all together. There's no arguing with the coaches. We're doing what we're told. We are dressing the same. We're looking the same. We're a team. We're a family. So
That's amazing, right?
yeah.
I mean, no different colored socks.
No.
I say that because he's got 2 different colored socks
Yep.
on it. Because that's Joe. Joe usually does that. Don't be wrecking the camera. All right, so let's talk about this week. I mean, you've had a blessed season,
Yeah, very blessed.
but you haven't really been challenged, do you think?
No.
Your line is just doing an absolutely crazy job.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. Shout out to Coach Scott. He's great.
So this week, what's going to have to happen for you guys to beat Anacortes?
I think really it's just mostly 95% mental, really. And then if we just go out and do our thing, play our game, and we have the mental side that we're going to beat these guys like we did against Lakewood going into that game, I think that we might shock the world.
Well, I've already told the sports guys from the Sports Saturday show that we are going to upset the world on Thursday night. I truly believe that. And the
Nothing
reason I
to
believe
lose.
that is just because of the way you guys have been playing. It's not just the Joe show anymore. I mean, you've got some great cast members
Yeah.
in this great movie that we're in the middle of.
Yeah, no, it's truly different. It's truly amazing. I mean, just got to take it play by play and, go shock the world. We got nothing to lose. They got everything to lose.
Yeah, 100%. 2-time state champion Anacortes coming to town. Going to play our Bayhawks on Thursday night. It's an early game this week, Thursday night, 6 o'clock. That'll be at Civic Stadium. You can come by and join us, or you can watch it right live on the stream. We'll be up and running Thursday night, and we'll be right back right here from Zeke's Pizza in Bellingham on Meridian Street.
Go Hawks.
Hey, welcome back. Uncle Mike here at Zeke's Pizza in downtown Bellingham off of Meridian Avenue, I guess it's called. Right here in the old Fountain Drug is what this used to be. I told the fellows are right down the stairs. Santa Claus used to hang out there during the Christmas season. And this used to be a fountain and a pharmacy. And that was one of the things that was really cool about this building. Now it's Zeke's Pizza, and we're so glad that they're a part of our Coach's Corner here on Get Up and Play Broadcasting. So now I've got 2 of the major coaches. We're going to talk to Coach about the offensive line, but first we're going to talk to Coach Nate a little bit about the running game and how the running game has changed this year with our new offense. So tell me what's really happening in the running game.
I think coming from last year to this year, we're just a lot more. We're more dynamic, right? Last year we concentrated on the pass a lot, and so now we're bringing that run in, balancing it out. We're keeping the defense on their toes now, so that we're not as predictable, really. So we have some things to tighten up. Game 2, I think we took a big leap from game 1. And our line came through, and they're actually getting their hat on the right dudes, and we're making some plays. And so you'll start seeing that ball kind of get 2 yards to 4 yards, and you'll see that throughout the season. So we're making steps.
And a lot of it had to be owned this week because we've still got injuries in the backfield.
We do. Our running back room is not really huge to begin with. We do have a couple seniors that aren't playing. Most importantly, Tyree. He's not playing right now. He's a little banged up, but we're hoping to get him back soon. But you're playing that game of when is too soon.
Right.
We don't want to lose him for the whole year. And
Right.
so, Owen has taken a lot on. He stepped in there, but I would love to have just by committee. I'd love to have 2 dudes, fresh legs in there all the time is how I'd like to play that if we could.
Sonny came to play.
Sonny did come to play, and Owen had to come out, and I said, "Sonny, you're up," and he went in there and scored a touchdown. It was literally the most beautifully blocked play that I had seen probably all night. The hole, I saw it right from the back, and I was like, he just walked in, and he came. I think he was just a surprise. He came over and was like, "Man, I couldn't believe how big that hole was."
It's funny you said that because exactly what my family said from up in the stands was, you could have drove a truck through that hole.
Well, we like when that happens, right? That's an offensive lineman's dream, right? We want to make those holes big, and when a guy goes in untouched, that's our success, right? We feel that success too. So that touchdown's Sonny's touchdown, but it's also the offensive lines. They did a great job on that play.
So, Coach Scott, you had a really rough week 1. Your line did a great job. Your defense did a great job. A little bit of a tweak here, kind of like a NASCAR, and you come out with what you had on Friday night. Do you feel the difference?
Yeah, I think the kids, obviously we get into that first week. You really only have maybe a couple weeks really to kind of install the offense. And, we got new defenses each week. Guys are coming from different spots, different angles. So a lot of the offensive line is really about communication, making the right calls, identification of what they're trying to do. And we're getting better at that each week that we go through. So every week's a new challenge. It's a new defense, and we just have to talk and communicate. And O-line is a bunch of guys talking in code, pointing, trying to have dummy calls, like all the things to try to confuse the defense as well, but then also to make it very clear of what the assignment is for every player on the offensive line, including our tight ends. And we're getting better at that. So if we can get a hat on a hat, we have a chance to have some big plays.
Not a lot of mistakes on Friday night. I mean, think of one.
There's obviously mistakes. I've watched the film, and we have a lot of things to clean up on. But they
to be positive.
But they did a very good job. They did a very good job. I think Ben was clean pretty much all night, from the pocket. In the run game, we opened some holes. We figured some different things out, during the game. And that was evident on that play by Sonny in the end zone. That was a simple halftime adjustment. And, they were overloading us with some of their linebackers, and we brought another guy and cleaned that up, and he walked right in. So it's about that, and we're going to have to continue that throughout the season. But, every game they're getting smarter. They're learning the system and what we're trying to do more and more, and it's going to continue to pay off week by week. So
yeah. One of the things you said there was Ben wasn't touched. I live with a lineman. I've lived with 2 linemen at my house. They've eaten my food. They've gotten big bodied like they had because of my food. They really take it as a trophy home when their quarterback doesn't get touched. I mean, Jesse just goes crazy, right? Is that the way you feel it is with our guys?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I think our guys want to keep Ben clean and let him do his thing from his pocket. If we know we can give him some time, he's going to make big plays. And in the run game, right? I mean, anytime we can move the ball through the run game and score, linemen take pride in that, right? I mean, this is it starts up front, and you hear that all the time. And O-linemen often get overshadowed, like they're not getting the recognition. But nothing starts or stops without the O-line doing their job, right? So our guys take pride in that for sure.
No, you've done a great job. All right, let's talk a little bit about what we got to do this week to beat Anacortes, because I've already told everybody they can come watch the game if they want to, but we're going to go lay a lick on Anacortes this week. Tell us what we got to do.
I think we just got to be consistent, play our game, come out really intense, not get ahead of ourselves, and manage the game. I think that's the big thing.
I think it's important what you just said, not get ahead of ourselves. Thinking about what's next, think about what's right now. Yeah, perfect. Coach, what's your line got to do?
I think, we just got to continue executing our plays, right? It's less about Anacortes, I think, for us than it is about just ourselves.
Playing the game.
And playing the game. If we can get a hat on a hat physically, we're just as good as Anacortes, right? Like our guys, I take my guys over their guys all day long. The speed, the size, like just that mix of the perfect offensive line. Coming downhill with Owen and Sonny and our running backs. With Ben, as a threat, as a passer, Joe on the outside, like all the guys that we have. If we can execute and we can be really good technicians this week and identify what they're trying to do, I think we got a chance to move the ball and slow the game down a little bit, and who knows?
Yeah, you never know. You got to roll the dice and come out and play, and we'll be there Thursday night. Make sure you come back to join us for the next segment of the Coach's Corner. Thanks, fellas. Appreciate you. We'll be right back. Hey, Uncle Mike back here live at Zeke's Pizza. We're so excited to have our next two guests. These two guys have come a long ways. The one that's to my right, a lot longer than the other one to my left. The one to my right, we've been together for about almost 50 years probably. I hate to say that, but that's how old we're getting. And the one to my left is a young and up-and-coming broadcaster that has just done an unbelievable job in the broadcasting industry this year. And when we come back, we're going to introduce these two guys, Jason Upton and Rick Todd. All right, now Uncle Mike usually doesn't do this way. I don't do a sit-down interview on the Coach's Corner. This has always kind of been a fun, on-the-fly type of Red Raider thing that we used to do. Rick Todd's an alumni from Bellingham High School. His dad was one of my very favorite coaches. Rick, it's great to be able to interview you.
Absolutely, Woody. This is what it's all about. I mean, right here at Zeke's Pizza, we're talking football, we're talking sports. There's nothing better.
Rick has always had a great energy. Both of us together is almost like an atomic bomb, if you can imagine that. We get together, we blow things up because we are so excited and so passionate about what we do.
Yeah, absolutely. There is nothing like Whatcom County sports, and there's nothing like Whatcom County football. I'll tell you, this league is absolutely loaded. From Class A, I mean, Linden Christian is an incredible team this year. Nooksack just beat a top 5 team. I mean, Mount Baker's grinding everybody up and spitting them out. I mean, you got who else did we got? We had Meridian throwing the ball all over the yard with Trey Alexander. And then you have Blaine, up-and-coming team. So much fun in the double A's. You got to love what's happening with football and Bellingham. I mean, you have Seaholm, who looks good, Squalicum. And I love what's happening with the Bellingham Bayhawks right now.
Yeah, it's crazy for us to look at where we've come from being a non-conference type team, but now we are in the conference, and the last 2 ball games, W's, it's kind of weird, Jason Upton, as an up-and-coming sports guy that's never really seen the Bayhawks or back in the day, the Bellingham Red Raiders really play real football, for us to be playing real football right now.
Yeah, no, I think I came in the sports radio scene just as Bellingham was getting back into Northwest Conference play, so it was like a weird time where they were just getting back in it. The program was really taking it off. And, I mean, the fact that you guys have as many wins right now as you did last season, I just think speaks volumes. And it's been in very dominant fashion, as we saw just a couple days ago. So I love what's going on. Like Rick said, it's great stuff. Super fun to watch this team.
So let's talk a little bit about you. You are kind of the new young guy on the scene of sports talk radio. One of my good friends, Mark Skolton, was the guy that kind of started the zone, him and Doug Lang, and did a great job with it. And then a great man, Alan Fee, came along to pass the torch to him, and what an unbelievable, fabulous job Alan Fee has done. And now he brings you along as kind of that guy to come in and help him and do some things. And then you guys blow things up and turn into Friday Night Lights, right?
With a little help from our friend over here, by the way.
I appreciate that.
No small part in that. But no, like you said, I mean, I love that. I never want people to stop talking about Mark, because that is the reason I came to KPUG. I mean, that's the reason I went into radio. I saw there's an ESPN affiliate in town. I tracked it down. I saw Mark Skolton. I looked at his stuff and said, this guy's for me. This guy's awesome. I want to be part of whatever he's doing. So you always got to mention Mark when you talk KPUG stuff. But like you said, we've expanded things a little bit since then.
Huge,
It's just fun. It's fun because of people like you guys who really care about this stuff. And, you know, it makes it all the more easy to enjoy it.
Yeah. And now you've rolled it from Friday Night Lights to Saturday morning sports talk radio. I mean, it can't get any better than being able to recap the stuff that's going on Friday night and even kind of early Saturday to be able to get that launched off, but to have your Saturday sports talk radio show 11 to 12 on KPUG. You can hear it all over the United States. You can grab the app and hear these two guys. The other radio station does the knuckleheads, but these guys would be the knuckleheads of the sports talk radio. Rick, tell me what's going on with that, man.
One of the things that we love about this is that, you know, there is not any local radio coverage in the whole entire region. Jason and I, we were coming back from the state basketball tournament this year, and we were just kind of kicking around the idea of maybe a Saturday show. You know, Alan Fees talked to us a little bit about it, and we're like, hey, let's just see if we can do this. And so we've been working on it for a while, and you know, so we're just going for it. It's so much fun. You know, what we want to do is we want to talk local high school sports. We want to shine the light on the coaches, on the players, on the communities of Whatcom County. This is a very special place for high school sports, and that's what we want to do. But we also, we want to kick around some of this pro sports stuff. So we're talking preps to pros. So, you know, we'll talk Mariners, we'll talk Seahawks, eventually a little bit of Kraken. And I mean, it's so much fun. Jason is an absolute talent. I'm honored to do stuff with him because I think he's one of the best in the biz that I've ever heard, especially at his young age. I mean, one day we're going to say, you know what? We knew Jason Upton.
You're not kidding. No, 100%. I told my wife that. I said, you know, it's great to be able to have Jason and you here this evening. But the really cool thing about it is it reminds me of a young Mark Skolton that was so outgoing and kind of and if you knew Mark, he was really quiet. But when you put a microphone in his hand, he was down to earth. The statistician knew exactly what was going to happen and made the call. And I really think this guy's come in, you know.
Well, I will tell you something. I mean, Jason is, other than just his good looks, which I hate like being on camera now because he's so good looking, right? But Jason is brilliant. He is so smart. And he can he's kind of his mind is like a steel trap. And I mean, and that's one of the things I love about him. Not only is he so smart, but his delivery is smooth. He is an utmost professional. And I mean, it's just so much fun to do this, roll this out. I mean, one of the reasons why I wanted to do this was so Jason, he could have his own show. I mean, and get that experience. And I love talking sports. So, I mean, it's in my wheelhouse.
You've got nothing else to do. I mean, holy cow. This guy here, I can't believe wants to take another hour to do a show with prep to do the show on a Saturday morning when he could be eating Cheerios and watching cartoons.
I know.
Well, it's easy because Rick and I talked about this. I mean, we could roll out of bed and talk sports for an hour. We were in Tacoma, Yakima for like a week together. We're talking sports the whole time. We were like, I mean, this is just easy. This is fun. We both love this, and we both bring really different perspectives to their air. I mean, Rick has been here a while. He knows the background and history of all this, which is really important to talk about when you're talking about all this prep sports going on right now. And, you know, as a newcomer, I kind of have a more fresh look at it. I'm very new to it, obviously, and it's really fun. Like we said, there has to be a better way to do this, right? We can't just talk about all the stuff that happened on Friday night 3 days later, basically, on Monday. That's just way too long.
That's what we do.
Doing the instantaneous everything, you know, with the internet, all this, everything's now. What's the latest reaction to it? We're giving you the latest reaction on Sunday. I mean, Saturday, I got that wrong, but it's very fun. I'm enjoying it quite a bit.
Our guy, Mr. Whatcom Preps, you know, Tyler Anderson does such a great job of keeping everybody informed of what's going on. But it is amazing to have a live perspective of what you guys are doing. I've listened to you the last couple Saturdays. You do a great job. Rick needs to tone it down a little bit, but no. Okay, let's talk a little bit about this up and coming week.
Yeah,
it's a big week for Bayhawks. Bellingham football. has won a couple games. It's in a situation right now to where we've got to figure out who we are and what we're doing. And I think we've got the coaching staff, above all, that have raised this group a little further up the ladder.
Well, one of the reasons I love doing this is I kind of have a perspective that's a little unique because, Woody, I remember everything you did for Bellingham football back in the day. My dad talked about you all the time, that here is the only person who won the most inspirational award twice for the Bellingham football and never put on a jersey. I mean, just think about that. And you're still inspirational to the fact that I admired and just fully enjoyed watching the phenomenal player, Scott Osk, play at Western Washington University. Now he's on the staff here at Bellingham. So I remember, things, and I can bring that to the table. And that's one of the things I love to kind of talk about is the history and the depth of it. Hey, when it comes to Bellingham Bayhawk football, I mean, the buzz around the county is, boy, they are ascending, and they're ascending quickly. Yeah, so I got a story for you, Woody. Listen, my mom and dad came to the Bayhawk game. My dad's 89, former Bellingham High School coach, Western Washington University,
A great
Hall
one.
of Famer.
Yeah.
And my mom's 87, and they were so excited when they came back home from the game. They called me, and they said, "Oh my goodness, I saw Woody. He came to give us a hug and a kiss. I just love Woody so much." And his son, oh my gosh, this is my mom, 87 years old. He's unstoppable on the football field. I mean, and that's what people are saying about Joey football. I mean, he's for real. You get him ball in space. I mean, he can do special things defensively. He is leading the charge, and it's exciting what's happening, in Bayhawk football. I think Coach Leonard's doing a fantastic job. He's got an excellent coaching staff, and they're going places.
Okay, so let's talk about the guys that are going to be across the field from us this week. The Anacortes Seahawks, two-time state champions, juggernauts, crazy, just beat the other school last week. The other school had them, but the other school gave it up at about halftime. The other school should have beat them.
You don't say that school anymore. Remember when we were in high school, we would never say their names. They were the other school.
They'll always be the other school to me. And I have people that I love over there. They'll always be the other school. I mean, Bell West started it. I think I made my first $300 by selling T-shirts that said "Beat the other school."
Yes.
So the other school gets beat by Anacortes, and they should have beat them. You guys were there.
It was a really close game, and I mean, the first half could have gone either way. Absolute barn burner. Just really high-level quarterback play over there. I mean, Ryan Harrington and Nolan Wright are just, best of the best. Oh, yeah, I got something over here.
We're doubling up on him. I'm sorry. I'm so used to it being such a one-pony show with only one microphone.
But anyway, I can just keep
Yeah,
going.
you're going. Yeah,
Well,
just keep going. She'll cut out what she wants.
what I was curious about is what is Anacortes going to look like? They lose the Biener brothers, Ryan Lang, a couple, D1 talents over there. Who's going to be those skill position guys that they have that you guys are going to have to face on Thursday? And they're still there. I mean, Luca Moore over there, Micah Dickinson, a guy that Rick over here compared to Zay Flowers on Baltimore. This
Zeke
Twitchy,
Hawkins.
Zeke Hawkins. They got some twitchy guys, so it's going to be tough. But, like the other school showed us a couple days ago, there are some holes there, and they can be exposed. And what I'm looking forward to is how the Bayhawks attack this.
Yeah, and I think the big thing is they've got such a great coaching staff down there in Anacortes. Their consistency is just fabulous. More importantly, their town supports them to no end. I mean, you guys were there live, did the Friday Night Lights there live, and it was 4 hours of you seeing Anacortes Seahawks people, and I'm sure the other schools supported well, like they usually do, but what a great turnout for Anacortes.
Yeah, I mean, I was telling, Jason on Sports Saturday that I saw something at a high school football game I've never seen. I mean, usually, the pep band is up in the stands. There was not enough room in the stands for the pep band, so the pep band had to go down onto, the track to be able to play. And the atmosphere down there is pretty amazing. I mean, when I think about this particular Anacortes team, in talking to Coach Porst, and one of the things that he feels like is that their defense really is the important part of getting their offense going. They have two really good linebackers, Anacortes, and it was interesting some of the matchups that Nolan Wright and Theo Quiggle were able to have that really did kind of expose some weaknesses in that linebacker tandem. But when you're playing Anacortes, I think the main thing is don't give up the big play. Make them earn everything. And what happened with the green and gold, last week is, the Mariners would score, and then all of a sudden they kick the ball off, and there goes Luca Moore for 85 yards, or they have them, 3rd and 10, and then Ryan Harrington hits, Zeke Hawkins for, like a 48-yard touchdown, incredible catch. It was those two big plays that really were the difference in that game. If you can keep them, contain them from not having the big play, I think you got a chance.
Yeah. All right, I'm not going to put you on the spot right here. There's a lot of days left. Now, this is our Monday as we play Thursday at 6 o'clock at Civic Stadium. And I told Jason before we started, prepare yourself for a big upset. The Bayhawks are going to come to lay some lumber on some guys from Anacortes on Thursday night. Make sure you've got a butt in the seat. You grab yourself a ticket, have a chance to win a car from Mission Motors. We're going to give away a $30,000 car on Halloween night. You've got to be present to win. The way you get in is you get in by being at a Bellingham Bayhawks football game. You get a raffle ticket. You get drawn during halftime and a chance to come out and do a little dog and pony show that Uncle Mike only would perform out there on the football field. And on Halloween night, you get a chance to kick a field goal to win a car. I'll be right back. I want to say thank you so much for you two guys coming out and being a part of it. Sports Saturday, 11 o'clock on KPUG. Jason Upton, Rick Todd, my buddy Rick Todd. I'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to the Coach's Corner. This is our 3rd episode of the Coach's Corner for the 25 season. And we are happy to have Coach Nixon after a great, big, huge Bayhawk victory on Friday night against Lakewood. Coach, way to score some points. Huh?
Hey, man.
Tell me a little bit about your offense.
Well, the goal is to go out and be balanced. Let your guys make plays. Get the ball to your playmakers in space. And just keep the defense guessing. I want the defense having to play us from sideline to sideline. I think you can see that. If you go back and watch the game, you see they have to guard us from sideline to sideline, 53.5 yards. We want them to guard all of it. All of it.
A lot of real estate.
A lot of real estate. And then if you got...
Real estate.
Right? Fancy that. All right? And then if you got some big hog mollies that are going both ways, they're going to start huffing and puffing. So, and then we start running the ball down their throats. So that's the goal.
And that's what you did. Your running game, I just talked to the line coaches, your line is doing a great job.
Oh, great group of guys, man. A great coach. Coach Oscars is doing an amazing job with those guys, getting our blocking schemes tight, and those guys just go out and execute. It's great.
100% different than before. And we've talked about this. The boys have talked about this. Things are changing. The horizon is rising.
Yeah.
And it just feels like a lot of fun right now.
Man, fun is the operative word. That's the goal is to have fun. That's what football is all about. That's why you're here. That's why I'm here. Football was the fun game that inspired me to keep playing, and it's why I coach. I know if these guys have fun, they'll be inspired to keep playing and work hard. And there'll be some hard moments in the season. We play in the toughest conference in the state, in my opinion.
Toughest conference in the state
by far.
I mean, I've talked to a lot of local guys, a lot of radio guys. We have got to be the #1 conference in the state of Washington year in and year out. It's not like it's once in a while.
No.
I mean, our our conference right now, our 2A conference, has got 1 and 3 in it right now,
Right
and
now.
we face them the next 2 weeks.
Right.
Right.
Right. And so 1, 3, and 4, I believe.
is that what it is?
Or maybe 1, 2, and 4
Okay.
right now. Yeah. I mean, this.
Are you ready? I mean, that's a lot for these big shoulders to carry.
You know, at the end of the day, it's football.
Yeah.
You know, so you watch the film, you do your analytics, you get it schemed up, you get your guys prepared, and you go out and you put your best foot forward. And
Okay, a little tough Thursday night football,
Yes.
short week.
Yes.
Tell me what you got to do now to create a not a short week mentality.
you got to absolutely just be super focused. So we got to have every minute of every practice accounted for, and you got to have some super laser focused practices. So I think last week we had 4 really good practices.
Really good practices.
And,
Yeah.
and it showed up on Friday night.
Yeah.
And so we cut down a little bit. So now we have 3. They just got to be dialed in, and we'll make sure they're dialed in.
How quickly did you start getting ready for Thursday night against Anacortes?
Friday night.
Friday night.
Friday night.
Moments after.
Moments after. The moment I got out my car in the garage, I started thinking about that purple team down south.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And they are a juggernaut.
They are. You absolutely cannot sleep on what they've accomplished the last 3 years. I think they've lost 1 game, 2 games in the last 2 games in the last 3 years. I mean, that's an amazing accomplishment. You can't take anything away from them, and they're scary. They're scary. So all respect to them, and we're gonna prepare. Absolutely.
I know you're a religious man.
Yes, sir.
And we've talked before about it, but my scenario of David and Goliath is coming out this week, right? I'll go to the river and get the stones.
That's
You know,
right.
you bring the slingshot.
That's
and we'll
right.
go kill ourselves a giant on Thursday night. What do you think?
Hey, wind that bad boy up, baby. Let's
Let 'em have one. Huh?
Hey.
There you go. Coach, we love you. Hey, we appreciate you watching. Coach Nixon and the Bayhawks will be here live Thursday night, Civic Field, 6 o'clock, and we'll have it streaming right here on Get Up and Play Broadcasting. I'll be right back with the big man himself, Adam Leonard. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back to Zeke's Pizza in the Coach's Corner, episode number 3. And we are so happy to have with us our regular guy that we end the show with every week. We couldn't be here without this guy. And I just want to start out that I'm so proud of the last 4 years, the stuff you've gone through, and to be where you're at today, 2-0. And I know it's not over and this isn't, we're done. I mean, we are setting in a spot that not many people thought we'd be setting in. I'm just happy for your success because you've worked your living, loving butt off and you are here 2-0.
It's amazing to be here 2-0. This is kind of where we wanted to be as we started off. We know this is the toughest 2A conference in the state, and we knew what the schedule was. And we try to keep it that 1 game at a time mentality. But to be sitting 2-0, and it's funny. I was looking at the Northwest Conference standings, and we are at the top of the standings. And I was like, we should just freeze it right now and start the playoffs.
Is that because we start with a B?
No, that's because we have the point differential or something.
That's awesome.
We just came off a shutout, so. No, we have some tough games coming up, but I'm just so proud of the kids, the way that they prepared. I'm so proud of our coaching staff and the way we've got to be. And I thank you for the nice, kind words, but it's about rebuilding and building a great culture of football. And what a fantastic turnout we had Friday night. The student section, the
wasn't it?
fans, yeah, and big credit to you, Mike, because I know you're really promoting it. We had some alumni in the stands and parents and families and student section and even opposing teams watching us play. Those teams that were playing on Saturday got to watch us and got to watch a really fantastic performance.
And that's one of the things that you've really wanted to, I mean, as we've talked the last 4 years, is changing the culture. And Joe and I talked about it in his interview with us this evening. Raider football used to be Raider football, and it was hard-hitting, long-lasting. People knew what they're going to come and see on Friday nights. And then there was a long layoff of good Bellingham football. And now you guys have kind of turned the corner this year, and that seems to be coming back a little bit.
Absolutely. I watch film, and I watched it live, and then watching film, you really get to sink into what we're doing. we just looked really crisp, and we really, I mean, the improvement from week 1 to 2 was drastic. That's the team that we're talking about, the week 2 team. The week 1 team, you know, that was clunky and kind of crazy, but that week 2 team, that's what we expect to be. And I'm just so darn proud of the hard work our coaching staff in. I don't know if everybody at home knows how much preparation goes into coaching football, but right before coming here to meet with you tonight, like 2-3 plus hours of just working on working on our planning for defense this week. You know, it's but I'm proud of the team. I'm proud of the way they really deserved it. They were celebrating, you know, enjoying it, but they know they have to get to work tomorrow on Monday as we get ready for a short week as we play Anacortes on the 2-time defending champs on Thursday.
So let's talk a little bit about Anacortes. They are the Goliath in this story this week. We are definitely the David, and definitely going to have to bring our rocks and our slingshots to be able to take these guys down. Tell me, in a real terminology, how do we beat these guys?
Well, I mean, right now we're putting together a game plan, defensively and offensively. We have such a great coaching staff. Coach Nixon, who you just talked to, he's working with Coach Ost right now, who you talked to earlier about, you know, how do we want to go after them offensively? Just talking with Coach Gavin, you know, about the last few hours going through film. We have a plan what we're doing. Coach is extremely fired up. I thought he was going to stroke out on that pick 6 by Matthew Steele.
So did I.
But he's so proud of our defense, and so am I. And you know, he legitimately believes it, and so do I, that we have the guys that match up well. We saw what Seaholm did, and the nice thing about having film is you can see what a team does, and then you know make adjustments that they didn't make. That's a beauty of hindsight. I can see what they did, and we're not going to make those mistakes. And you know, Seaholm played a hell of a game against them and really competed, but we'll try to do what they did, and then you know, make some slight adjustments that might work in our favor to help us defensively. Realistically, we go in there and we play a great game. We're gonna give ourselves a chance to win. They're a heck of a team, the #1 team in state right now in 2A. So what a big challenge for us.
The other school took them right to the edge. They had to be kind of wavering. They were coming into halftime. Definitely some good adjustments by Anacortes against the other school at halftime, and then it kind of the wheels fell off. What'd you see in tape?
I think what you saw is just, you know, Seaholm was winning at one point. You know, they're ahead in the game, and you know, it's kind of back and forth. But you know, I think Anacortes made some good adjustments and just kind of pulled away a little bit. Anacortes probably more balanced than Seaholm was. Seaholm, I mean, I think Nolan Wright threw almost 50 times in that game, and so maybe becoming a little more one-dimensional was something that Anacortes took advantage of. But both teams they're both playoff teams. They're both just high-caliber top teams in the state, and you know, we get a chance to play them both. So really looking forward to that.
All right, your offense has been just trugging along, just doing its job. Ben Leonard has just done a great job behind center. Not a lot of mistakes. I mean, great time with the offensive line blocking for him. Tell me some of the things that Ben's doing really well, and some things that we've got to help him with.
Well, Ben had a fantastic game.
Great game.
He goes, I believe, 13 of 21 for 187 yards and 3 touchdowns. No interceptions, managed game well. He also threw 3 extra points, 2 to Milo Wright, 1 to Calvin Van Hofwagen. He was really dialed in, really had a good command. He was, you know, threw the ball when he needed to, pretty firm, you know, good touch balls when he needed to. And actually, on one of those touchdowns, post route to Joe, that was an audible that he made to one of his good buddies and fellow receiver, Joe Harwood. He changed the play and changed the route, and it turned into a touchdown. That's the kind of intelligence and thinking we want to have in our quarterbacks, able to read defenses, make adjustments. He's been great. I'm really happy with what he's done. And it's been an efficiency balance too. You know, last couple weeks we're averaging 200 yards through the air, over 100 yards on the ground. That kind of production, you know, you're going to be in good shape. You know, didn't turn the ball over, and when we're forcing turnovers and getting 4 and outs, you know, things are going to look good, and they looked really good for us.
They did. Yeah, I mean, just the way that the ball was being spread around too. I mean, Milo Wright catching them, Steele catching them. I mean, Van Hofwagen catching them. Just everybody was in it. The running game. I mean, Sonny Powell comes in for a play, and my family in the stands is like, "Oh, you could drive a truck through that hole."
Well, you know, that's a good segue to talk about the offensive line, because they kept Ben clean all night in the pocket, and they did a hell of a job in the run game. Owen Hanstead was carrying the mail all game long. He gets one breather, boom, he looks over, Sonny Powell's in the end zone. I mean, just an unbelievable block by Zach Gersel, who plays our left tight end, our laser. And then Jaquez Rodson just comes down and absolutely laid. It reminded me of those old Jesse Harward highlights. Where I mean, it just took it right out of a page of Jesse's book. Heck of a job by Jaquez in that role. But our line just, at the end of the game, I give a defensive game ball and an offensive game ball. Obviously, there were too many guys to pick on defense. I mean, Matt Steele, pick 6. Sonny Powell had one of the game of his life.
Oh, man.
So you know what? I gave it to our defensive coordinator, Gavin Quagnas, who did a heck of a job. He really deserved it. But on the offensive side, Joe had an amazing game. Yeah. Ben had an amazing game. I'm going to give it to the O-line.
Yeah.
Because they keep them.
And they deserved it.
They deserved it. Yep.
And Gav's got to be just beside himself right now with the way his defense is playing. I mean, he's a man of very few words. I try to get him on the show all the time. He tells me that you're the spokesperson for the program.
That's him throwing me under the bus a little bit. So.
I mean, he has just got to be beside himself right now.
He is so excited about the way we were flying around. I mean, he was pumped up. He was talking about
it. He was pumped up.
Talked about it Friday night, Saturday. Well, that's all we talked about. Just meeting with him to talk about some game prep for Anacortes. He's talking about how his defense was flying around, and it's our defense is, playing really well. They're going to be really tested this week, but it's a great challenge because, first week we give up 70 yards. I think we gave up right at 100. I'm not even sure about those numbers. I thought it was under 100 the way we were, we were stuffing them. But it was just an impressive performance too. And at the end of the game too, it's like we got a lot of younger guys in on defense, and we still stopped them from scoring. That was our goal.
Yeah.
We came in at halftime at 28-0 going, you know what? We want that 0 because, they really put it on us last year and not in a way I enjoyed where, they were.
It wasn't a nice way.
No, they're up 3 scores and they'll start throwing the ball downfield when they're with like 2 minutes left. I'm like, okay, that's right up here in my memory.
Yeah, it always comes back someday.
It does. And, I didn't even get a chance to run the score up and it was 42-0 because they took that long drive and we had running clock.
Right.
So when you have running clock, the game goes by super quick. I kind of I would have been a real jerk if I started calling timeouts so I get the ball back and score more time on them. But no, it was a good night for our defense, good night for our offense, just an all-around great team win, great crowd. My gosh, it felt great. I feel like I was going to say Raider football back, but Bayhawk football looked really, really like it's back. And I think people are in the community and in our campus community and around and the old alumni group, they're super excited about what we're doing.
Yeah, no, people are excited.
And the Reds look great.
I was going to say, we're going to talk about 3 things. One, that first penalty right off the beginning about eye black. I mean, the eye black rule, you had to pull Joe, you had to pull Ben, they had to come off the field. Tell me what's up with that.
Well, the boys forget that the eye black rule is you got 1 stripe under here. So we have a lot of Christian athletes on our team, so they'll do a cross or someone will make a message or maybe a little bit more. I think the idea is to keep it from looking like war paint.
Yeah.
Okay. It's the rule, and that's what we're supposed to adhere to. So we had to bring them off, and I burned a timeout because I didn't want to put Ben and Owen back in the game and everybody back in the game. And the ref's like, and then Lakewood coach was very upset. He's like, no, they have to sit out a play.
Yeah, the guys.
So Kai Nelson, our backup quarterback, got to hand the ball off once, and that was trying to get Kai in the end of the game, but we couldn't get off on the field on defense, especially with the running clock. He was going to get an opportunity for his own drive at the end of the game, and hopefully he'll get those opportunities later in the season. But it was just it's a weird start, and then you come back in, and then we had a kind of and Ben kind of bobbled that one snap and threw it a little bit late on the timing. But after all that weirdness,
you got down to it.
Oh, we were dialed in from there.
The Reds, I mean, it was absolutely unbelievable to see you guys come out of the tunnel after halftime and have the Reds on. What do you think?
They look great. They really do. The uniforms look great. I've had so much feedback in the community that says nothing screams Bellingham football like wearing red jerseys.
Yeah.
They're like, we love the white, we love the black, but man, something about when you think about old Bellingham football, it's red and white.
Yeah.
And that's what we look like.
Yeah, and we want to thank the Alumni Association for helping us with that. The Skolton family, they did a great job. We appreciate that. We couldn't do it without you. We just didn't have the money, and everybody stepped up and chipped in and helped us with that. So, as you said, the community is coming together. They love what you're doing. All right, last thing. Your Knights team got beat the week before,
Yep.
took a hard loss, went to Arlington,
Arlington.
and how'd it happen?
Oh, they played well. I get to be a dad and
A dad.
and a stat keeper when
Yeah,
I'm over
I love it.
watching my youngest play. But undefeated Arlington team that's been blowing some teams out by 30, 40 points. We went out there and put it on them. We were up 20-0 at halftime, and the Bellingham Knights ended up winning 28-12, the 8th graders. And Nick Leonard had a heck of a day. too.
Yeah.
He went for over 320 yards, a couple touchdowns. But again, at the end of the day, I just gave my 2 cents as a dad, and I said, hey, that game ball goes to that offensive line.
Yeah,
Doing what they need to do.
kept him clean.
Keep them clean. Nick is he's a little mobile too. There was a couple times where it was 4th and 7, 4th and 8, and he's just getting enough yards to get that first down. Calls his own number.
I love it. Yeah,
And then gets it and stretches it out. And then when he's a threat too, it opens up the pass game. And that 8th grade team's got guys healthy now too, so they're going to be they've won a lot of championships, and they're going to be a force as they finish off the season.
your JV team went down to Lakewood and absolutely laid the
Our C
lumber.
team.
Laid
Yeah,
the lumber
we
to
have
them.
a tremendous
C
group
team,
of
yeah.
freshmen and a couple sophomores
Yeah.
that are some of those guys are swinging to varsity. But wow, 36-0 for our sub-varsity C team. They just put it on it. Really proud of really excited about the future.
Coach, like always, thanks so much for your time. We appreciate what you do for Bellingham football.
Thank you, Mike, for everything you do for Bellingham football as well.
Go Bayhawks.
Go Hawks.
Thanks everybody for joining us for episode number 3. Uncle Mike saying, go Bayhawks. Zeke's Pizza is your place to grab a pie. Please do so. We appreciate you. We'll talk to you next time on the Coach's Corner.